Toastmasters and the contest speaker. I enjoyed his speech. He made a very good opening. Even in the opening, he elaborated. He is going to talk about the three main points, how he is going to tackle the global warming phenomenon. After that, he transitioned into the body, and each and every main point, he elaborated it very nicely. He started with one main point, then he elaborated it. Then next, particularly one of the main points is how to do the measure and tackle the carbon footprint. That is one of his main points, and he has given some very valuable information to us. What is carbon footprint and how does it affect the global warming? And what are the measures that he can do to control the carbon footprint globally, region-wise region? I really astonished by the way he transitioned from the opening and elaborated onto the body. And coming back to this one, he was using a vociferous gestures. I reminded of the dictatorship in the 1930s. He was using this gestures so vociferously, I was so astonished. But there is one thing. Every time he wants to make a new the main point, what he is doing is he just sprints into here and then start using the vociferous gestures. It was kind of amusing and rather also it's also a little bit distracting. That is one thing he needs to take care of it when he is speaking the next one. And when he moved on to the wrapping session, the closing, he was so effective, but until he brought a fourth new point. In the opening, he was talking about only 3 points. In the body, he was elaborating all the 3 points. But in the closing, he wrapped up to the 3 points. But he came with a new point, 4th point. That should not have been that. Not only that, the 4th point is an audacious point. The word he wants to use it very frequently, audacious. What is that? It is actually suggesting the Chinese government to offer tax incentives for those couple who doesn't have children. Couple who doesn't have children, he is suggesting the Chinese government to offer tax incentives. That's an audacious one. Overall, I enjoyed his speech. He has got some good initiatives in bringing up a tough subject of global warming, and he has got a great opening followed by a very good body and a good wrap. I look forward to his speech next time. Thank you. Jack, you can take your paper and step out.
Well, I certainly hope you brought me some points to talk about on global warming, a topic I know nothing about.
That's good, but I already gave one main point. You need to come up with only 2 more points. Jack, whenever you are ready, you can come inside. So in the meantime, we are going to just talk about a little bit about this event. It is called the Reverse Evaluation Speech Contest. What we do conventionally, we try to do in an unconventional manner. And this philosophy, it is called, can you tell me the name?
Reverse evaluation speech.
Yes, it is based on a concept called neurological scaffolding. So what it does mean is, when you do certain things over and over again, it becomes a pattern and routine, and we are not creating new characters in our brain. That's what the scientists are given to people who say that you do your things a little differently, the routine things in a little differently, like brushing your teeth in the other hand or taking to your work in a different route. So these are the things, when it is done differently, create new connections. That means the more new connections in your brain, it is the more active the brain is. That is the whole concept. And the conventional way of doing the thing as speech, followed by the evaluation. Speech is based on a project set of objectives, and then the evaluator evaluates on the basis of that objectives. So we are doing it reverse in the sense that an evaluator will do an evaluation based on an imaginary speech. The contestants are required to listen to the speech and then come up with their own speech that is as close to the possible as their imaginary speech. This is all the whole thing. Now I'm opening to your questions. And the whole event, the main event, I'm planning it sometime in January, February, either before TLI or after TLI.
I wasn't getting it at first when I was seeing your emails, and I really, as I'm watching, it's really a great exercise in listening. Because if the evaluation goes first, in order to really be successful, you're going to have to know what was said in order to prepare. So between the listening skills and the extemporaneous speaking, it's an excellent exercise. Good idea.
And Murali, I think this is also good if you were to introduce this at a district-wide level, if you mention to the individuals that this is very similar to a backwards meeting, if your club has ever done it. Because some clubs have done a backwards meeting where they actually start from the general evaluation up to the top. And so many clubs have done this actually event, because I've done this before as an evaluator, and then the speaker needs to speak on it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I take this point, that's a good idea. But in the backward evaluation, what is the entire thing is backward and everything is just fun. Here it is not only fun, it is going to be a big challenge and it is going to be at a contest setting. It is not only fun, it is going to be a big challenge on a contest level. Yes, Heidi.
From your previous emails, I was not gathering that the evaluator was to give the speaker any idea of what the topic of his speech was supposed to be. And you gave Jack the global warming theme. So that confused me a little bit.
No, it is not a confusion actually. I offered that the speech whoever is bring up can be a manual speech in the CC manual from 1 to 10. But the evaluator are not required to tell on what manual of the CC it is going to be prepared should be. So that is the aspect of the event. But the evaluation is going to have one main subject of the speech that needs to be reviewed. And it will be having either 2 glow points and 2 grow points that need to be identified by the contestants, and then they need to their speech around the thing. We have to see that how Jack is. Do you know the 2 grow points here? Can you identify the 2 grow points?
I can identify one,
Okay, what is that one?
that he ought not to have been racing up to the front at each viewpoint. You were telling him that he was doing too much moving in the speaking area.
Yeah, that
That's
is
the one
that,
I caught.
yeah, that is the good. That is one of the grow points.
Second one.
Yeah, second one.
Oh, go ahead.
Tim, come on. Come on, you.
All right, was it the fourth point was brought in?
Yeah, he brought a new point at the closing. So that is the second grow point. Okay, any grow points? Vociferous gestures that should resemble the dictators in 1930s.
Well, you liked how you described the carbon footprint. That was cool.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the things. But the thing is, what is the vociferous gestures? I don't know, because Jack is not going to be a natural vociferous gesture person. That is going to be a challenge for him to bring that aspect into his speech. Let's see how it is going to be bringing. Another one is, he has to tell the 3 main points in the opening itself, and then elaborate in the body. So those are the 2 glow points.